Welcome, welcome, Aquarius. I'm Kiki, and we're now in the Akashic Records Library. So, let's see what books want to reach out to you for mid-August to September 2019. The color or the energy I'm getting is purple or spiritual. You definitely have evolved spiritually, and it can be used in many ways. A lot of times when we think spiritual, that it only can help for spiritual matters. A lot of times when we evolve spiritually, it helps us to understand the things that may have felt stagnant or confused, or certain things that we wanted to redo, where redoing it doesn't mean that if we had the opportunity to redo something, would we do it differently? Sometimes we do. But a lot of times, if we didn't learn the lesson, then, or understand not just the lesson, but the blessing in going through it, then of course when we repeat it or we had the opportunity to redo it, then it can either go a different way but the same results. So what does it take to change something that we want to redo? A lot of times it just takes our own way of looking at it, forgiving what has already been done, and seeing how to move forward. The movie I could best describe, because in any library they also have music, articles, newspaper, to also, that's another form of books, right? To show how human beings do evolve when it comes to spiritual ways or spiritual side of self. The movie Switch by I don't know if it's called Switch, by Adam Sandler, where he had the remote control. He could rewind, he could fast forward, he could pause, he could skip. But having that control also showed that no matter what, the outcome he didn't really have control over. So he only had control over the moment. And that's the cool thing. So, let's see. We have air. So, Aquarius, the character is coming in as the 5 of air, communicating with his friends or her friends about an adventure or another place where they can take a lead in. What made me, and it's interesting because I had this card reading, I read this card yesterday for my own personal reading, and this one came up. And I thought about it in two ways. When we see 5, that usually means Leo, taking the lead in things. So imagine all 5 of these horses are unicorns, which each one represents wise people. Say they had to go into the forest. That's what it looks like. And usually they go and take the lead. One out of 5 takes the lead on where in the forest they have to go. But for some reason, this one in the middle is calling to me. It's like while the 4 are bickering on which place to go in the forest or which direction to go to the forest to get to the destination that they want, it's one that really does hold the answers, but it's allowing others around them to take the lead. It's like, yes, this character, out of 5 of them, one of them do know exactly which route would be the fastest, yes, efficient, but most importantly, when one of the unicorns or one of the horses that are wise speaks, the other 4 would actually listen. But before this one actually speaks, again, hearing what everyone thinks about where they're going and why holds a significance. When the horse hears the other 4 answers, then he will or she will know exactly what to say to calm the situation down. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. That's exactly what he's doing or she's doing. Reviewing everyone's motive or everyone's agenda and taking the lead. Usually it's the one that keeps quiet behind the scenes is actually the most perfect one to take the lead. But like anything, when we have friends and we love our friends like we love even, the second way is our five senses. Hear, see, touch, taste, smell. Hear, see, touch, taste, smell. The five senses could be conflicting the main character. It's like going into the forest to get to the other side, but again, hesitant on taking the lead is as if knowing the right way or knowing exactly where to go, they're hesitant on taking that. It's like they may not be sure. So they become the five of air becomes the king of water. Yes, one of the air signs out of the five becomes the king of water. They're trying to get to the king of water. So one of them knows how to get there. The other four will have to listen. Maybe the character is not used to taking the lead, but this time is quite essential, or it's in one of the air signs' favor to answer the call. When they do, they become the king of water. They see that their self-esteem is up to speak, and that they know by listening to the other four what is workable for everyone to join in, even if it means the five senses. Having what you see, what you hear, what you taste, how you touch, everything coming in alignment with what you want to do. It's like having your body be assured that whatever action you're going to take next is also good. Wow. Open your heart, mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Charity work. Maybe that's what one of the air signs wants to do. Do something that shows how they feel or how they do want to help or connect to people. Because charity work can come in many ways. Let's see. Four of Earth. So, the king of water is cautious, maybe of hearing what the five of air has to say. Once they get to the king of water, they still would have to communicate what they really want to have an effect. It's the reason why the five of air is coming to see the king in the first place, or why out of the five, one of them becomes the king of water. That will probably make the other four, more cautious or careful on how they do give this person time, energy, and effort. One of them evolves into the king of water. The other four still are the four of air. The four of air becomes the four of earth. So when one left to say, okay, I heard all of you and y'all all going against each other, I have to walk this alone. I have to get to the destination alone. They do, and they become the king. But then it allows the other four to stay behind and just carefully review why making the foundation is necessary. Definitely look at the Taurus reading too, Aquarius, from mid-August to September. But being too foolish or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate, like one of the horses or unicorns did. From them giving to the less fortunate or just giving of themselves, a part of themselves. They didn't give all of their energy, but they gave at least, if we had to go by 10% to 100, they at least gave 40% of their selves to whatever to people, places, and things that they wanted to contribute to. So it's like once one of them step out and follow their own senses, the other four seen that as a example and want to do the same thing. Wow. So yeah, the main character is used to walking away or hearing what everybody has to say, and even though everybody, or out of the 7 people, all of them are right, it's just that for this main character, the main one of air, they have the opportunity to walk in their truth or to do things that truly means the world to them. So whenever we have things that mean the world to us, what does happen? Sometimes people, places, and things may try to stop us from doing it, not because they see it failing. A lot of times they see that it can be successful. They may want it to be the first ones to go and do it. That was explained the conflict earlier. So the 5 of Earth still have naysayers around them, maybe 3 more people or 2 more people, but it's all right. They know with anything that they want to do, it's going to come some people that's going to try to stop them. But no matter what, yes, this unicorn does care about their opinions and their feelings, but they care about what they want the most. And that's what really is essential. From going through competing with others and illusions of being trapped, they said, okay, this is my sign to go forward in what I want to do. Whenever we want to go forward and stuff, that's when things happen. When we don't want to do anything in our lives, just like this character, that's when nobody wants to compete or take the lead. So, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence. They see that, no, they don't have that lack of self-confidence anymore because they're the king of water. So now, if they're afraid to take action, this 8 of air is not afraid to take action anymore. It's gone through this before at the beginning of the story. Having conflicts with others, walking away, becoming empowered as the king. Again, being a king but doing their own thing, of course there's going to be complainers or naysayers. Walk away. Like, okay, I could either stay around and see what you got to say, but it's too much energy for me or too much effort or action I would have to take. Let me step aside and let y'all 8 do what y'all got to do. Because again, the 8 people or the 8 of air are not wrong. This 8 of air can become the 8 of earth, which is skilled work being rewarded or going back to school. So these people know exactly what to say. They know exactly what to say based on their situation, not on the main characters. And the main character knows that. Self-confidence needed to be built. How come when we had to go through self-confidence or figure out are we confident in ourselves, we had to have conflict or competition with other people to find out how self-assured or self-esteem that we have? Interesting. Yes, but no matter what, the character that is walking away and going to people, places, and things that truly do see their potential, they will get justice. Justice is right here. See the spiritual card, the purple. So it became in the middle of the story. But it took the 5 of earth or the 5 of air to see that they are the king. Even if they're walking as this another person, in truth, they are a king. It's now they have the justice to see that they are. They have that sword of truth. They have the halo. They have their angels around them, spirit guides. And they have Libra here as well to show that who they are and how they give them themselves is actually the right way for them. Everyone has their own way. So do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs, and that's what the 8 of air is doing. It did it more than once, we see. From doing that, the 8 of air also becomes the page of air. Becomes that person that has the answers. That is logical, honest, impulsive. We see twice, I believe twice majorly, that the main character went by its own senses and trust that the 5 senses that he or she has as an individual is accurate. So much so that every time they listen to their senses, it gets them to the right place at the right time. So when people try to stop them or stop this person, like, oh, don't use your senses, why are you believing yourself, and try to stop them or her, they're like, no, I am that person. If I'm not that person, why would y'all be following me? So, wow, This made me think, that statement just made me think of a song that I had to learn at 8, actually, in school. It's called the Shepherd Song. I think the Mississippi Choir sings it. I can only sing a little bit. You say that I am your shepherd. Why aren't you following me? You say that I am your shepherd. Why aren't you following me? When my sheep hears my voice, they come running to me, and they say, I am their shepherd. Why aren't you following me? So now the page of air got their answer. They are a shepherd. They have the world in their hand. They have their light of who they are, God, Gaia, right in their hand. Yes, it's in their gut, but they see it right in their hand. That 5 senses coming back again. They have the wisdom. Remember, they used to be one of the 5 of air, so they were one of the air signs. They have the wisdom right there. They have the sword of truth from justice, from Libra, justice, and Scorpio is there to show that people's hidden agendas, they could see right through. So now, and they have the bear, the lion for protection. They have all 3 animal totems that are very powerful. And no matter what can erupt or cause a havoc, the page of air knows how to put things together and make things peaceful once more. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans. Truth delivered without tact. They would have to deliver some type of truth. Let's see what that is. We did. Look at the Ace of Earth. We seen that. We were asking, like, this main character has to have that opportunity to show itself. And he or she does. They get the opportunity to show that how far they have come, because they come pretty far, as we read. That now they have the opportunity to truly be themselves, truly be able to express themselves with anybody or anything trying to stop them. Because they hold the light of truth, but most importantly, they hold the opportunity to earn their coins, to earn a living by what they're passionately wanting to do or what they know their purpose is. Before they may have believed, but now they know. To know, no one can take that back from you. So, the character is going to experience the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture. Look at that, important documents or contract. That's why the main character had to leave people, places, and things behind that try to stop them. Because as the page of air and as also the king of water, from them believing in themselves, that's how they got their self-esteem. Their self-esteem is actually of a king. Who they are as a person is a person of power. They just have to go through a lot to see that. Now that they have the opportunity, they're going to take it and run. So let's see. They become the king of fire as well. Wow. They take on the opportunity and people are seeing him as the king of fire. Motivational. Oh, let's see. Why would the main character not be motivational? Idealistic, ambitious, charismatic, and most importantly, focus. Focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. To do what this main character did and has done took them to realize that they are a true leader and not just any leader. They become the king of fire along with their water side, king of water. So what they put focus in is going to work out for them. What they have figured out is going to be worthy not just for them but for others around them that will need their service as a king. Definitely. And even if they felt like they had to disguise, because we seen that earlier, disguise what potential they truly have, being cautious and careful about showing up that side of themselves, they realize that that side was already always there. It just took them to take off that mask. Again, that senses to think that who they think or sense they are, is it silly to think it, or is it truly sincere? It is actually sincere. Their guardian, the character's guardian, is right there to protect them, to guide them. Even if they feel like they have to disguise themselves along for the journey, they'll find out that they don't. They can take off the mask. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. They had to go through fear-based thoughts to see that it is nothing to fear. But in order for us to understand that statement, we had to kind of go through things that we do fear. Like the character did. Even if we had to wait it out and listen, no one can tell you when it's the right time to walk away, when it's the right time to do what you want to do. No one, not even I. We're learning through the characters that, okay, I wanted to bring that out. We'll see why. Let's see. For Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. Ace again. The main character is going to have nothing but opportunity to show who he or she is. An exciting new opportunity, a career advancement, change your life now. Again, this main character, without knowing, still walked even in the shadow of doubt. Fear no evil. Fear. Yes, fear is always going to be around. But how we face it and when we face it, no one can tell us that we're wrong or right. Oh, you should have faced it head on when you seen it or when you felt it. Sometimes going face in may not work. Sometimes listening, hearing what everybody got to say, including our own negative talk to self, shows us why moving forward is so necessary. But sometimes we got to pause. We got to stand still. Peace, be still. Before we take the action. That's what the main character did. From that, the main character again gets abundance in more ways in his or her life through material, through their action and being recognized in the world. People are going to be recognizing this person's action. It would be hard not to. The present is trees standing tall. You are making, this tree could not be a tree without someone planting the seed, without the tree knowing, first of all, that it's a tree. And like any tree, it can grow or it can stand in the height that it feels comfortable in. The tree said, no, I want to get taller and taller. Maybe all the other trees around him like, nah, you can't get that tall. What if you get weaker, the more taller you get? It's like, okay, even if that's to happen, I'm going to begin to get stronger. Not afraid to reach for the sky or reach to the top. Even if that means taking a rest or seeing what is the best equation or best way to get there. It is still necessary. It's going to make that person successful. So they're wondering if they should go after their passion or should they go after something that is promising to them compared to something that they're used to. They could always stay in that element of figuring it out, but at the same time, something is going to pull them in the direction they really want to go in all along. They have the star, the North Star, to guide them on it. If it's in regards to another person, they'll know, here go that Ace of Earth. They got the opportunity to truly make a decision. Go towards what is workable for them, or stay in a situation where it just feels passive, like it doesn't feel permanent. They'll know when it's the best time to walk away or to regain some type of order to have in a relationship. So let's look at it in a masculine, feminine. Feminine. From you competing with others around you or from people trying to compete with you, you have the wisdom to lean back. Listen to them, yeah, but you're starting to listen more to yourself than anybody else. That gets you the opportunity to walk away from things that don't serve you or situations that don't feel right to you anymore, and go towards people and places and things that are right up your alley at the right time for you. This will also give you another opportunity to receive abundance and a promising business venture. But it all started from you listening to yourself and not always listening to other people. Yes, everybody has good things to say, even myself. But that doesn't mean I'm you. Just like this character, the character had to trust in him or herself to move forward. And from doing that, every abundance comes to the main character. Even higher status in life. Maturity. Their personality is mature. They become even more attractive. They see how much caring for themselves makes them even more of a candidate that is going to be magnetic for other people. Masculine. From you stepping into the King of Water role, you're showing that you are trusting, that you are trustworthy, that you are compassionate. You are bringing out those two traits because you are starting to respect yourself even more and see that who you are, truly masculine, is cultured. There's nothing wrong with standing tall in that. But knowing, just like a tree, it needs sunlight, it needs nurturing, it needs the opportunity to stand on its own. And if that means standing on your own masculine to know your truest self, that is the most powerful and attractive to even the ladies. We like the masculine to know that he on his own is self-sufficient, self-esteem is on point, who they are as a person is powerful. When we see that in a masculine, we feel safe to be ourselves as a feminine. We won't feel like we have to compete with you, or you won't ever have to feel like you competing with the feminine. But it takes you to see that you have to show your truest self to yourself. You have justice on your side to do this. So if you're wondering, like, should I show my emotions? Should I show what I really do want and where I want to go? Yes, you have justice on your side. Maybe before that didn't work. Maybe depends on if you were 8 years old when you really knew and known what you wanted, but people try to stop you. That maybe changed how you even view yourself and your esteem. Now you have the opportunity to right that wrong, and not to point fingers at the people that try to push you down, but to see that they had to see your strongest power to try to stop you. It's just that when we're young, we don't know our truest self. Masculine, you're actually a king. All this time, you may have never known that. But now you get the opportunity to walk in it, not only as one element, but two elements as a king. Wow. That's beautiful. Both feminine and masculine ego is on point. Your guardian angels, your angels are there to guide you. Don't ever, if you ever do get concerned, that's a good thing. That means that you do care of being judged. You know it's a higher calling, or you know it's a higher energy entity that is always around us, that is not judging us, but just making sure that we do what we know is right for us as an individual. God and Gaia, your spirit guides, your animal totems, they are guides too. They're not going to ever come to say or make you feel like something you're doing is wrong, or make you feel like something is wrong with you. If that is the case, that is just our subconscious telling us, if we feel like that, we got to pinpoint why we feel like that, heal it, and move on. Because whatever you've gone through, masculine, feminine, is someone around you that's going to go through the same thing, and you're going to be helping them to move out of that stage in their life. So these books resonate with you, press the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Aquarius, for coming to Akashic Records with me and reading with me and me with you. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this story, and you to make the Akashic Records still come alive once more. After you press the subscribe button, like or share, what will definitely let you know that how this affected you and me on the 3D world, we need time apart. When we come back in September or going towards October, you'll know when you press the bell button will turn blue. So when I'm in the Akashic Records library, that's when you know you'll be the first one with the access to it. Whenever you get an opportunity in the month of September when we're not seeing each other, definitely look at the water elements, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces book, air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius like yourself, fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, pretty much all the books, honestly, even the Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all of their books is going to help you in the long scheme of things, especially in the month of September. And it's also cool, you know, when you're in the library, when you see another person in the library and they're actually wanting to read the same book you're reading, now you have another energy to feel and they have an energy to feel from you. So that way your energy alone in the library with them will help both of you guys, including myself, go to the next level in the 3D world. So when we meet again in the 5D in the Akashic Records library, we can push forward and not move backwards. Thank you for allowing me to go on this journey with you. You have made me a self-made person. I continue to keep growing through you guys. I hope that it has helped you in some way. We will see you on the other side.